Okay. All right, so today I'm making, obviously, stuffed peppers, and I made cauliflower rice. If you go back through my videos, you'll find that. Um, I make my own particular way, but sometimes I know the others in my home, my other half, they will get a little, I need to have regular rice. So what I'll do is I'll add a little jasmine rice into it. If you've ever smelled jasmine rice, it is the most intoxicating smell you can smell, and it tastes wonderful. So I don't mind adding a little in there just to give a little flavor. Another thing that the other half likes are called sloppy peppers, meaning using a sloppy Joe sauce, okay, into the mix. And actually, they are very good. Gets rid of the bread, keeps it low carb. However, you just want to go lightly with the sauce. Now, we both work at home. We both have offices right now. He can't hear me. Or he'd be down here pouring the entire can in there. Because what I've done now is I have two separate mixtures of ground turkey. I use ground turkey. This here strictly is pretty much cauliflower rice versus regular rice. There might be a few grains of jasmine in there. Then this one here is a mixture to do one or two. I pack my peppers, trust me, I pack those puppies. To do a sloppy pepper. My husband will just look at me and say, "Can I have a sloppy pepper?" I'm like, all right, fine. So I will put regular rice and cauliflower rice in those. So what I do with my peppers is I'm very particular. I blanch my peppers a little bit. I basically bring them to a boil, get them out, get the cold water running onto them. Sorry, my cord is plugged in. Because the cold water stops the cooking process. Remember that. With anything you're blanching or cooking, just like pasta, get the cold water on it, it'll stop the cooking process. And the reason is we hate crunchy peppers. We've been at people's homes and, they serve it. The inside's hot, and the outside's crunchy, and it tastes terrible. I don't like it soggy. We don't like it soggy and mushy. We don't like them crunchy. It has to be that perfect texture in between. So, yeah, I blanch them as soon as it boils. My pot's in the sink, and I have cold water into them to stop the cooking process. That's just us. It's up to you how you do yours. And then once basically I've got everything ready to assemble now. Here's another tip. I'm not sure how big your family is. Is it 2 people like us? Is it 4? Is it 6? This is what I do. I actually, now there's 4. That's 2 more nights of dinner. But tonight, which we will have tonight, I already have 2 in the bowls. And I'm going to stuff them, and I'm going to put some fresh parm that I've grated right here. And some mozzarella, a little oregano. I'll put that on top as well. And that pan will go right in the oven. Then I just put the bowls onto either small pot holders or little mini trivets, and they go from the oven right to the table. I don't gotta mess with trying to get them out of the pan, because you know what a pain in the butt that is. So that's an easy way to do it. Now these ones here, I'm gonna stuff them. When they go in the fridge now, because my husband likes this sloppy pepper, once I've stuffed them and I've added the cheeses over top, I'll actually add, more sauce on them, but I'll add cheese over the top and then a little bit of oregano. I'm gonna use a tablespoon or a teaspoon, and I'm just gonna put like a teaspoon of the sloppy Joe sauce, I should say, on top of his 2, and that big one will be his. Because the color is darker. And I'll know, okay, those are his, these are mine. So I will know. So then when the next night, which maybe tomorrow or the day after, they're gonna be cold and so much easier to literally pick up, pull out, and set into bowl. Cover with foil and cover them with foil and use the back of a spoon, and put the first initial of your name, your significant other, your spouse, your kids' names. Just put their initial on that foil, and what's coming out of the oven. And another thing is, for those who I don't know if you've if you've ever tried anything else, for us, try stuffing them with chicken parm. Chicken parm stuffed peppers, holy cow, they're good. I might cut them on a side and use a long Pyrex dish. Cheesesteak, okay, let me tell you, that'll knock your socks off. Whether you do it in this form, or you cut them down and lay them, sideways, and put this cheesesteak in there with some sauce and cheese. Oh my. Meatball parm. Keep thinking in your brain. I've seen people do chili and have a side of cornbread on the on the side. So you can get so creative. Peppers are so versatile. But anyway, I'm doing the regular standard, but with cauliflower rice. Sloppy Joe peppers for 2 of them. Okay, and maybe I'll do a cheesesteak one with one. But here's another thing. We don't usually serve bread because we are low carb people, but we're human. And I do allow a little bit of bread, for a couple times a week. I'm not going to destroy the boy. We were hardcore. Now we're just trying to maintain and maybe lose a little more. It's really cool because there's a lot of different companies bringing in more. You have to look for the sugars and the carbs. In a blue moon, though, this is my favorite, is this brand, 647. It's six net carbs, 40 calories, 7 grams of fiber, multigrain. That's my favorite. This is more recent. My husband likes this one. It is a reduced calorie. It is 6 carbs per slice, keto friendly as well. 40 calories. It does have 6 grams of fiber, and 80 calories. So if you just wanted to have a slice of bread just to have on the side, that's strictly up to you. If you want rolls, go for it. Put the rolls on the table, or your breads, or whatever it is you like to serve with your stuffed peppers. For us, in a blue moon, yes, I will serve something, but it has to be low carb. It won't be pure regular rolls and bread. I know I sound terribly mean, don't I? But I've gotten almost 40 pounds off my husband and almost 35 basically off of me. And I want to lose another 10 and, just do maintenance. But, yeah, it's mind over matter the way you think about food. But regardless, we're human. We just came back from vacation. There was really minimal things on the menu, so we were eating flatbread pizza. If I see flatbread pizza, I'll throw up. There were a few things that were keto friendly, low carb friendly that I could find when I could find them, but just they don't have full menus quite there yet in a lot of places, specifically where we went. But they will, and then it just makes it easier. But we just we celebrated our anniversary, both our birthdays, and we had a cake delivered to our resort room. And I'm going to tell you, the pastry chefs are amazing. We still have cake in our refrigerator because we brought it home, or at least a portion of it. And I won't touch it now. I'm done. That's the thing. 2 days tops, I'm done. Hubby, the other hand, he'll get his eyes twinkle. So I'll say, go ahead. Anyway, so right now I'm going to get these assembled, get them marked with the foil, and those 2 are going in the oven. They're already on a pan, and I don't even really have to have a humongous amount of heat because my mixture's cooked, the peppers are cooked, so this is just to get the sauce through the meat mixture, the cheese nice and melted, and the flavors blended, and the cheeses, again, it's just I do fresh parm. I'm a snob with it. I don't like the stuff you shake out. And some mozzarella on top of that, a little oregano on top of that, and done. All right, let me get these assembled and into the oven. Those 2 have to get into the oven. It's almost dinner time, and he's going to come bebopping down out of his office very soon. Right, I am pretty much done. The only thing I have to do is the ones I'm serving tonight is each one will get some foil on top of it, obviously. And then what I'll do is with the back of a teaspoon, right at the end, I will just like write me or my initial. And for my other half, I'll write him or his just first initial in the foil. Just a little indentation. So when I pull them out of the oven, I know whose is whose. And another way you can decipher, just so you know, like I'll have these for 2 more nights. But sometimes the colors can throw you off. If you look carefully though, you can see sloppy Joe sauce is quite darker than regular, but sometimes it can throw off your perception. These are little tricks that you can try. These ones will go in the fridge, and I will pull them out, put them into a bowl. It's 10 times easier than trying to cook this whole thing and get them out when they're hot. It's easier in individual bowls and served right to the table, or in the dining room. That's our breakfast room. But you can mark your peppers. With this one here, I just wanted to do a little, what I want to call let me show you, the intentional drip. It'll run down the side, and I know that's not the standard stuffed pepper, or on the top, if you notice, I have a little dollop of the actual sauce. And then I know, okay, that's his, those are his, these are mine. So you can make little, but I do the intentional drip or the little dollop on top, but just so you know. And then with the foil, if you decide to put them in bowls and make your life a little easier, once you put the foil on, back of a spoon, just put their first initial. If you have 2 people with the same initial, you might want to have the first 2 letters of their name. But you can mark the top of the foil gently without damaging the foil. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I had my oven, it is not a temperature yet, but it's getting there. I'm probably gonna only have it around 325. And honestly, these are pretty much cooked. I just need to let those flavors really get together. And it is, where is it? 3 something, okay, yeah. So really, I don't need a lot of time, good 25 minutes, 30 minutes at a higher heat, and then I'll put it back to my warmer setting. And when hubby comes down from his office, I work more at nights, but we both are remote workers. But he's up in his office, and once he comes down, dinner will be ready to go. And they are done. And this one had the little dollop on top of sloppy Joe sauce, so I know that belongs to the hubby. So have his foil. I'm gonna cover him back up, and we're gonna eat some. Have a great day, and please give us a subscribe and a like. Thank you.